What is up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is my main event breakdown and prediction for UFC Nashville. We have Cory Sandhagen going against Rob Font.
I need all the wins, yeah. Harder than all that is. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out.
And we are back for another main event prediction. This week we are breaking down the main event for UFC Nashville, a fight where we have Rob Font stepping in on short notice for Umar Nurmagomedov. Yeah, I really wanted to see the Nurmagomedov-Sandhagen fight, but this is going to be probably just as fun. A fight where I expect these guys to stand and bang across 5 rounds. So before we get started and get into it, if you guys can please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. It is always much appreciated. Be on the look for the full card breakdown and prediction video, which will be out tomorrow. And yeah, I say we get right into it. Really looking forward to this card. Solid card. You know, for a card that has a ton of different fight, a ton of guys, pulling out. We had Saad Nurmagomedov pull out, Umar Nurmagomedov pull out, Tagir Ulanbekov pull out. We had Jesse Butler, have to withdraw from the fight. So on a card where we've had all these cancellations, it's a really good card and a really good main event here. And Cory Sandhagen, Rob Font, that I cannot wait to break down I can't wait to watch as well. I think it's going to be a very fan-pleasing fight here. So we'll start with Cory Sandhagen, who is 31 years old, 5'11" with a 70-inch reach. He is 16-4 and 3-2 in his last 5 fights. Rob Font, he is 36 years old, 5'8" with a 71.5-inch reach, 20-6, and he is 3-2 in his last 5 fights. So we'll take a look at the odds here. And Cory Sandhagen opened up a -200 favorite. He is currently -310. And then Rob Font opened up a +170 underdog, and he is currently sitting at +260. So money pouring in on Cory Sandhagen here, and I get it 100%. I mean, Rob Font had a very good win in his last fight against Adrian Yanez, a fight where he was actually the underdog. He went out there and knocked out Adrian Yanez in the first round, which was a very impressive win. And yeah, but this is a completely different animal here in Cory Sandhagen, especially on short notice. A couple things I don't like about Rob Font, and I've always been a big fan of Rob Font. This is a guy in Rob Font who is, typically next level tough, next level durable, phenomenal chin, a guy that, has really good boxing, really good volume, really good cardio, can keep that pace up. But you see in his last couple fights, it all started with that Jose Aldo fight, right, where Jose Aldo just put an absolute beating on Rob Font across 5 rounds, hurting him in pretty much every single round, but, dropping him several times throughout the fight, getting on top, almost finishing Rob Font on several different occasions. Jose Aldo just put an absolute beat down on Rob Font, right? Font was tough enough to last those 25 minutes, but he lost that fight, and it was like 50-45 on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards, and then one of the judge did give Rob Font a round. And then he goes out there against Marlon Vera and just takes a life-changing beating against Marlon Vera. Marlon Vera hurts him, I think, in like the first, second, third, fourth, and I think he hurt him in every round. Officially, got counted for 3 knockdowns for Marlon Vera, but even in the 5th round, he hurt, Rob Font very badly. And if there was like a different ref in there on any other night, I mean, the fight could have been stopped on several different occasions. I mean, Rob Font just took an absolute beating in that Marlon Vera fight. And then a lot of people, including me, thought, hey, the damage has really added up on Rob Font. He's now a 36-year-old bantamweight. Adrian Yanez probably goes out there and knocks out Rob Font. But no, it didn't happen. It's actually the other way around. Rob Font knocks out Adrian Yanez. But like I said, this is a big step up in competition, from Adrian Yanez to, Cory Sandhagen, who's just been fighting the best of the best and doing it for a very long time now. Going 5 rounds against TJ Dillashaw in a fight that he lost by split decision, but, the fight could have went to him. A fight with Petr Yan that went 5 rounds in a very, very close fight that he did lose. He went and fought Song Yadong and then finished him by cut stoppage there. And then obviously beat Marlon Vera in his last fight. Just dominating win. It was a split decision win for Cory Sandhagen, but I don't recall Marlon Vera really winning anywhere near 3 rounds. I'm not sure what that one judge was thinking. And who was it? Was it probably Sal D'Amato? Well, it actually wasn't Sal. It was Joel Ojeda. scored the fight for Marlon Vera, which is probably one of the most atrocious scorecards I've ever seen in my life, because Marlon Vera did not even come close to winning that fight, and I'm a big Marlon Vera fan there. But yeah, what he did to Vera was very impressive, right? So this is a fight where, minute for minute, strike for strike, I mean, these guys are probably going to be close. In terms of the volume, it's going to be close. Rob Font's a guy that is a very, very high volume striker. Like, even the Aldo fight, we're talking about him getting dominated, right? He outlands Jose Aldo 149 to 86. We're talking about the Marlon Vera fight, right? A fight he got dominated in. He outlands Marlon Vera 271 to 159. The reason he's losing these fights, though, is the durability. Like I said earlier, Rob Font is a guy that was once very durable. Now I don't like how he's reacting to shots. So this is a guy in Rob Font that can give it at this stage of his career, but he just can't take it. He's reacting very poorly to shots. Some of these shots that look like they're just barely landing are really affecting Rob Font. He's getting busted up. He's wobbling around the cage. I don't like how Rob Font's reacting to shots at this point of his career. And Cory Sandhagen's a pretty dangerous fighter. This is a guy you don't really think is like a murderous power puncher, but he has multiple finishes in the UFC. I'm counting it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 finishes for Cory Sandhagen, and I think he has like 8 UFC wins. So he's finishing the majority of his wins, and I think Cory Sandhagen is a very, very live to finish Rob Font. How is Rob Font going to react when Cory Sandhagen knees him in the face? And the answer to that is probably not too good. How is Rob Font going to react if Cory Sandhagen lands a nasty head kick like he did against Marlon Moraes? And the answer to that is probably not good. So I really love this matchup for Cory Sandhagen. Like I said, I think the significant strikes are going to look close, but it's going to be Cory Sandhagen who is just reacting much better to shots. And it's going to be Rob Font that's getting hurt more. He's going to be wearing it more. And on top of that, if this fight enters or hits the mat, it's going to be Cory Sandhagen who's going to be the better grappler. He's going to probably win minutes on the mat, and it wouldn't shock me if Cory Sandhagen even got a submission here if the fight hits the mat as well. Cory Sandhagen, a couple submissions on his record, and we see that Rob Font has been submitted before. So I just think Cory Sandhagen has a lot of avenues to not only win this fight, but win this fight very dominantly, and I think he does knock out Rob Font. I was thinking it probably comes later into the fight, but quite frankly, it wouldn't shock me if Cory Sandhagen finished Rob Font early as well. I mean, I think Cory Sandhagen can land something big, whether that be a knee, whether that be a head kick. I think he does connect with something, and I just think Rob Font, a guy that was once durable, he's still never been knocked out. But the damage he took against Jose Aldo, Marlon Vera, that's all added up, and on top of that, he's only getting older. He's coming in here on short notice. I just really don't like this matchup for Rob Font. I really don't see where he wins this fight outside of the fight going to decision and the judges just screwing it up, because the judges have screwed Cory Sandhagen a couple times, right? They screwed him. The one judge screwed him in the Marlon Vera fight, a fight that he clearly won. A judge scored the fight for Marlon Vera. There was the Dillashaw fight that a lot of people, including me, thought Cory Sandhagen probably deserved the nod. So maybe the judges screw Sandhagen. But outside of that, I don't see him really losing this fight. So, I like Sandhagen here. I like him quite a bit. I missed the line, though. Like, to be honest, I would have probably max bet Sandhagen at minus 200, which, now it's minus 310, though. So I missed the line. I think Sandhagen at this point is probably still a good parlay piece. And I'll be looking at the Cory Sandhagen inside the distance, which is currently plus 140. And I was thinking about maybe sprinkling the late props for Sandhagen, but like I said, I think it could potentially come early as well. So my favorite bet at this point is probably that Cory Sandhagen inside the distance plus money. I think he finishes Rob Font in this fight. Don't know when. It could be early, could be mid-fight, could be late. But, the way Rob Font's reacting to shots, I struggle to see him lasting 25 minutes with a guy in Cory Sandhagen who is very, very dangerous and does have solid power. So give me Sandhagen to win this fight, and win this fight by knockout. In terms of like the over-under, it's set at 4.5. I would lean under at plus money, but I just don't really see much finishing equity for Rob Font, to be honest. Like, if there's a finish, I think it's on the Sandhagen side. So I'd probably just get a little greedy and take Sandhagen inside the distance. But yeah, guys, there you have it. Let me know who you guys have down in the comments. Should be a very fun fight. I'm really looking forward to this fight. I think Sandhagen gets it done. I think he gets it done in very dominant fashion, but it's going to be a very fun fight. I'm glad that Rob Font is stepping in. It's a tough fight for Rob Font to take on short notice, but it should be one that is going to be very, very exciting to watch. So That's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be on the lookout for the full card breakdown and prediction video. Can't wait to break this card down. Coming off of a massive week for UFC 291. Let's see if we can keep it rolling for UFC Nashville. Best of luck, guys, and we'll talk to you very soon. See you later.